In today's video, I'd like to talk about a very important topic, which is staying connected while working with remote teams. Now, in today's day and age, where we are moving more and more to hybrid work environments, where some people work remotely and some people work in person, communication has become a little bit more challenging. While there are a lot of benefits to people and organizations having remote teams, such as lower costs for the organization, having access to a wider pool of candidates for the organization, and then from the employee's perspective, a little bit more flexibility and freedom in their time, it can also lead to some challenges. One of those major challenges is staying connected, essentially, staying in good communication. And this is a very important strategy or a very important idea to keep in mind. In the absence of strategic and intentional communication, oftentimes other types of communication fills the void. And that other type of communication can be gossip, can be imagination. In other words, imagining what the other person is thinking in the absence of them actually communicating what it is that they are communicating. And therefore, to avoid this, it is essential for employees and organizations to effectively embrace intentional communication practices. Now, as my channel is all about effective communication from the leader's perspective, I will approach it from that perspective. And this tip is for you then. And this is this. If you want to be a much more effective communicator and a much more effective leader, strategically and be intentional in communicating with your people on a regular basis. I'm not saying every single day you have to communicate with them, but at least create a schedule where you're talking with them, especially your remote employees, at least once a week. And during these meetings or these conversations that you have with them, check in with them from not only a professional perspective, but also from a personal relationship focused perspective. And then during the meetings as well, listen more than you speak. Listen more than you speak. Your goal here is to gather information, learn, and then complement that with a lot of really good questions, because this is going to gather you information, and it's also going to convey to your employees that you are in fact listening and interested in them. And this will help get them to feel a little bit more connected with you, the team, and the organization as a whole. At the end of the meeting, you can go and summarize what was said, perhaps come up with some action items as to what comes next. But just this regular planning, this intentional act of communicating with your people will dramatically increase your ability to effectively lead when some of your members are remote, you're working in a hybrid environment, and you are challenged to effectively create a cohesive team despite not everybody being in the same room at the same time. If you found this video helpful, I got lots more. Check out my YouTube channel at John Godoy Videos, where I share strategies and tactics on adaptive leadership and communication.